Guys, if you like making money, which I know you do not want to miss this one. Guys, welcome to the Mr. Bubbles channel, where we dish out awesome pressure washing business advice to beginners. Now, today's episode, I got an exciting one for you. I'm calling this one 5 Growth Bombs. These are essentially 5 hacks that, man, if you guys learn to master these, you're going to be able to grow your business. That's why it's like a bomb. You're going to blow your company up. You're going to explode your company into something really, really big. Now, before we get into today's episode, I wanted to get this quick announcement out of the way. You guys remember about 2 months ago when we did our Business in a Box giveaway, and I promised you guys that every 50th, we were going to do this all over again? Well, guess what, guys? Right now, we're sitting on 292 members on the channel. We're 8 people away from that 300 mark. So I wanted to announce that to you guys. Make sure you sign up for the membership on the channel. Again, guys, this is something through YouTube. You hit the join button right here in the bottom of this video. It's $5 a month, and you have access to a bunch of videos right now. Actually, there's 20 videos on there that you cannot watch. These videos will not show up on your feed if you're not a member of the channel. So make sure you sign up, because remember, guys, what we're building here in the Mr. Bubbles channel is a virtual trade school, a power washing academy, where we teach you everything from how to build your rig, or how to wash a house, soft washing, downstreaming, all of the techniques. Guys, make sure, I can't say this enough, this channel is a great resource for you guys. I am part of your network. You guys are part of my network. So go ahead and sign up. Now, on the first Friday of October, which is next Friday, I am going to announce the winner. So again, the 300th member is going to get a free Business in a Box. That's a $200 value. So make sure that you signed up for that. Now, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. Again, we're talking about 5 hacks, 5 tips or tricks that's going to help you like 10x your business. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Number 1, guys, Google My Business, or GMB. Now, here's the thing. We've noticed here in the Mr. Bubbles channel, in the last, I would say, 2 years, a huge uptick in Google My Business. So we're dumping a lot more time, energy, effort, and a little bit more money into optimizing our own Google My Business. Now, I did an episode that you guys, some of you guys have seen, but most of you guys have not seen. It's episode 56 on my channel. You guys can look that up. In that episode, I did a complete breakdown of how to optimize your Google My Business, strategies like map citations, eminent domain backlinks, SEO, metadata. We talked about all of those things in that video. So I suggest you go back and watch that. But I wanted to make this announcement. So I was thinking about this last week, because I'm making some changes to my own Google My Business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make those changes on a video. We're going to do a screenshot tutorial of how to optimize your Google My Business. Essentially, I'm remaking episode 56, but it's going to be a screenshot tutorial. That episode, by the way, episode 56, is a members only video. And then this next video that I'm making, where it's going to be like an hour-long video, guys. There's no way to make that shorter, but you guys are going to get to see me on the screen, changing all of the things and optimizing my Google My Business. So, you know, that's going to be a members only episode as well. But again, guys, these are resources that are going to literally help you make money. I'm going to give you guys a quick story. So, what was it? Last week, my guys, they did a job at this beach town. And I was talking to the lady because I was there doing marketing in the neighborhood while they were doing the job. And it turns out that this was the 3rd home that we had done for this same lady. And originally, when we did her house, then we did like a rental property of theirs, and then this is like their beach house. Well, anyway, my point is, originally when she found the company through Google My Business. She literally just put in there, pressure washing services near me. Bam, my name came up right away. She hired us. Guys, I mean, this is a no-brainer here because it's not something that you're really dumping a lot of time or money into. This is something very important because as the world turns to more of a digital age, right? We see a lot of things happening online with social media and AI. Guys, make sure that you're optimizing your Google My Business. Now, I'm going to give you guys two tips. Make sure that you're focused on getting 5-star reviews. We talk about that a lot here on the channel. Make sure you guys are doing quality work out there. You're showing up on time. You're providing people with good customer service. That's going to lead you to a lot of 5-star reviews. And the other thing is, make sure it's part of the system. You know, we talked about the 8 steps, the system that I have for house washing. And the 8th step is asking for the Google review. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you watch episode 108. That's where we talked about the system, the Mr. Bubbles house washing system. It's just the steps that you go through in order to ensure quality out there. So make sure that you guys are getting a lot of 5-star reviews. And next, make sure you guys have tons of great before and after pictures because that's essentially like having a salesperson that's promoting your business out there, the quality of your work. People want to see those pictures. But again, guys, we already did an in-depth tutorial on GMB. Make sure you watch episode 56. And within the next 2 weeks, I am doing the screenshot tutorial. I'm redoing episode 56, but I'm adding a couple more things in there that we're doing that we weren't doing before. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Now, number 2 on my list, guys. Oh my goodness, I talk a lot about this, wrapping your vehicle. Now, I know that this is one of those things that's not cheap, right? It's going to cost you $2,000 to $3,000 depending where you live in the country. I can tell you probably the average that I've paid is right around $2,500. But man, guys, I can tell you this. So the first vehicle that I wrapped was actually a trailer. I'll put up a picture of it here so I can show you. It's an enclosed trailer. I wrapped this in my 4th year. As you guys well know, I'm in my 12th year. But you can see here what I mean by a wrap. Now, guys, when I say a wrapped vehicle, I don't mean a magnet, okay? I don't mean a lettering on your vehicle. I mean a full vehicle wrap, One of you guys recently emailed me thanking me for, suggesting wrapped vehicle. Based on one of my videos, they decided to wrap their vehicle. They sent me a picture. And what it was they had done a lettering on the back window of their truck. There was nothing on the truck itself. That's not a wrapped vehicle, guys. This is a wrapped vehicle. Let me show you this picture here. What you're looking on screen is my personal vehicle. This is an Expedition. I've had this truck now for 7 years. You can see it there. That's a wrap to the point where you can't even tell what the original color of the vehicle is. It's a full body wrap of the vehicle. That will cost you about $2,500 to $3,000 depending on where you live. But let me tell you guys a quick story. So 2 weeks ago, right? I was at the gas station early in the morning before coming to the shop, and I was in that Expedition. Well, guess what, guys? Someone saw the vehicle, got my card. In this case, he was the postcard because we don't use business cards. The guy called last week. My crew went out there. They did two houses on the same property. They have like a house, the main house, and then they have like a little house that they built that they rent out. And then we did the roof of that little house. Guys, it was a $1,900 job, $1,899, and it came from that wrap. And again, that vehicle is my personal vehicle. I've been using that truck for 7 years. Guys, I can't even begin to tell you how many customers we've gotten because of our wraps. And I'm going to say this. Yes, the investment is a lot initially. But guys, you recoup that money fairly quickly. Within, I would say, a 90-day period, you recoup that money. And the second thing I'm going to say about a wrapped vehicle is this. It raises the image or branding also of your company. So now, guys, your prices can go up 10, 15% because not everybody has a wrapped vehicle. Highly recommend you guys put that in your mind to do that. Maybe not this year. It's already, depending on where you are in the country. Maybe you're coming to the end of your season like we are. We got what, about 6 weeks left in our season all the way to Thanksgiving, and that's a wrap. So make sure that you put this on your plan. In the beginning of the season, boom, you hit the ground running. Even if you have to put it on a credit card or borrow money from somebody in the family. Guys, I usually don't recommend getting in debt, but this is definitely one of those things that you're going to be able to get your money back almost immediately on it. Number 3 on my list, I want to talk to you guys about the difference between passive and active marketing. Now, active marketing is marketing that you have to do on a consistent basis in order for it to bring you results. Example of that is, for example, I recently ordered 500 yard signs. That's a great example. So every time you put out a yard sign, it's going to bring you, I don't know, let's say 5 customers, okay? But once that yard sign's gone, the phone calls are gone. So you got to consistently keep doing yard signs in order for them to work. That's active form of marketing. Another great example is the postcards. If you don't put those out, if you order a box of 1,000, they just sit in your car, well, you're not going to get any phone calls, right? So this is important because passive form of marketing is marketing that you do where initially you put in some time, energy, effort, maybe a little bit of money, but it keeps bringing you results years and years and years and years down the line. Now, one of the best, I would say probably, man, one of the best, if not the best examples of that is what we just talked about, a wrapped vehicle. The example there that I gave you of the Expedition. I mean, I wrapped that vehicle 7 years ago. It's still bringing me results every single week. And again, I mean, it cost me $2,500 7 years ago, but now it just got me a $1,900 job last week. You see how that works? So you guys want to make sure that you're focusing on passive forms of marketing. Remember, this is marketing that you initially put a little bit of money into. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it keeps giving you great results. So if you guys really want to 10x your company, especially when you're new, because you guys like I'll give you an example. So here, Mr. Bubbles, our marketing budget per month is $14,000, $14,000 a month. You guys that are listening to me or watching me, you're not going to be able to spend money like I spend in order to grow your business, right? Like we have 17 different forms of marketing. You're not going to be able to do that. When you're new, within your first 3-4 years, you need to first master passive forms of marketing. So GMB, guess what type of marketing that is? GMB, Google My Business. Is that passive or active? Of course it's passive. That's why it's on this list. Now we just talked about a vehicle wrap, and I'm going to give you guys a third one. Recently, we at 5 different churches, mega churches here. We all have mega churches in whatever town USA. There's going to be at least a handful of mega churches. These big churches, 500-600 members or more. Guys, what we did is we made those A-frame signs, and then the insert, the marketing in the sign says this property is being maintained by Mr. Bubbles' phone number and website. And we went to 5 churches, and we told them, hey, we're going to do your front walkway here, where everybody goes into the main part of the church for free, no charge, from here to infinity. The only thing we ask is you allow us to keep the yard sign there in the entrance of the church, and where the door where everybody goes in. Guess what? That right now, guys, is getting us about 10, 12 clients a month. So each sign is getting us 2 customers per month. Those signs cost us about $160. That's with the sign, with the insert, with the marketing, $160. So we spend about $1,000, let's say, between the 5 signs. But again, we're getting 10 jobs, an average of 10 to 12 jobs a month because of those signs. But guess what? Those signs were made years ago. Like, it's not something that I just printed out yesterday. I've had these A-frame signs. We changed the inserts out, but I probably have 8 or 9 of these A-frame signs here at the shop. This is what I'm talking about, you guys focusing on passive forms of marketing because they're cheap. They're inexpensive for new guys. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. An A-frame sign that you put in front of your vehicle also, while you're doing a job, is going to get you a lot of customers. So imagine this, guys. You pull up to a customer's house to do a job. and you have your truck is wrapped. If you have a trailer, there's a sign on the back of your trailer. You guys have all seen my trailer build series. You see how I do that, right? So then you do the 5-around sales pitch, elevator pitch to the 5 neighbors of where you are. And on top of that, you have an A-frame sign in front of your vehicle. Guys, you keep doing that over and over and over and over again, the result is going to speak for itself. But I highly recommend, especially like I said, when you're new, don't focus on active forms of marketing because they're expensive. You want to focus more on passive forms of marketing. Now, before we go to number 4, let me tell you guys real quick about my business in a box. Guys, quick announcement. I've created a digital product called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. Check this out. Okay, so the Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box is actually a thumb drive that we're going to send to you guys to your physical address. And when you get this thumb drive, you're going to see a folder that's called Box in it. And then when you open it, you're going to see all of these files right here, guys, all of these folders. And guys, this thing has over 500 files, anything and everything I've ever created from my business. So all of the blueprints, training modules, documents, all of the things that you guys constantly email me about, you know, your pricing PDF, your for example, you know, your marketing blueprints, anything that you could need for your business is in here. That's why we call it a business in a box. One of the things that I really like about this is, guys, check out all of these pictures. So you have a total of 300 before and after pictures that you guys can add to your website and your Facebook and your Google My Business. And check this out. So there's a folder called Google SEO. And the pictures already have the SEO words in them. And this one photo right here has over 300. This specific folder has 190 pictures, but all in all, it's over 300 pictures. Look at some of these pictures, guys. Amazing before and afters pictures for you guys to be able to add to all of your social medias and whatnot. This is going to help you get a lot of customers. And of course, your edible postcards are on here. And then finally, you got training videos on here as well, guys. Like, for example, the video on how to optimize your Google My Business, the Mr. Bubbles. You got several videos. So they're like training modules. You got all the PDFs. The bottom line, guys, is this. This is going to help you with your business. So don't miss out. Make sure that you email us so you can get your business in a box today. In order to get your business in a box, you just got to hit the link in the description of this video. And I say this all the time on the channel, guys. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how come I decided to create this business in a box, because it has everything in there you need to be able to grow your business. And I really, really believe that this is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. There you have it, guys. Number 4 on our list is more of a mentality type issue. You want to make sure that, you know, you're in this to run a marathon and not a sprint. So when I first started in this business, guys, guess what? My focus was not to make money. My focus was to learn the industry, to become a professional in the industry. Like, I was obsessed. I remember as if it was yesterday, because my first 2 years, I didn't do anything else except house washes. I didn't do roof washing. I didn't do gutter flushes. I didn't do concrete cleaning. I didn't do fences or decks or wood, anything. All I did was house washing. That's what I did my first 2 years, because I wanted to be laser focused on becoming an expert at doing house washes, which in my area, like 99% of the houses that we do are downstreaming. Well, let's say 98% downstreaming. Lately, we've been doing a lot of stucco homes. As a matter of fact, Monday or Tuesday, we got some stucco homes. But anyway, my point is, you know, in my 3rd year, that's when I did my 1,000th house, my 3rd season, and then the rest is history. And then from my 4th and 5th season on, I started adding different services. As a matter of fact, we're only into our 4th season of adding gutter flushes. We started doing gutter cleaning like our 8th year in business. So my point here is, when I first started my business, I focused on developing skill sets, not on making money. because I knew in the long run, what was going to give me a better result was me becoming highly qualified in what I do, highly skilled at what I do. So I implore you guys to focus on that, because like recently I was been interacting through email with one of you guys, and I got this email from a guy where he's basically like, I sent him my marketing guideline for new guys, and he was like, hey, do you have something where, I could be making $10,000 within the next 3 months? Wow. Like, I really don't know what to say about that, because guys, like you guys that have been watching my channel since the beginning, you know that my first 3 years, I didn't make any money. I didn't make any money at all. As a matter of fact, my first 2 years, I lost money, had to take out loans to keep the company going. My third year, I broke even, started making money my fourth year. So that's not my story. Like, I didn't start making all this money overnight, because again, these are all different skill sets that you're going to need to be able to develop. They take anywhere between, 6 to 18 months to develop a skill set. Things like sales and marketing, operations, customer service. These are all different skill sets. So I highly recommend you guys, don't try to make as much money as possible, as quickly as possible. All you're going to do is you're going to make huge mistakes. You're going to cost yourself a lot of headaches, maybe a bunch of bad reviews and whatnot. Make sure that first you stay focused on creating a solid foundation for yourself, which is going to come from the quality of the service that you provide out there in the field. And then from there, put like a 18-month plan together and then a 36-month plan together and go from there. Like, your success is going to start at year number 5. From 5 to 10, you're going to be able to make a lot of money in this business. And to me, a lot of money is 250 up, 250K and up by your 5th year, if you follow all of my blueprints. Remember, guys, there's no shortcut to success. That doesn't exist, okay? I don't know anyone who in less than 1 year in business, from not knowing anything about business, started succeeding right away, because there's just so many pitfalls, so many things that you need to learn along the way. So highly recommend you guys, treat this like a marathon. Like your plan is to make a lot of money 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Number 5 on my list is something I've talked about. I really believe in this a lot. I call it the 3 golden rules. I can tell you this right now, guys. If you don't have these 3 things, man, you're not going to make it. That's just the bottom line. I don't care what your situation is. You could have a beautiful rig. You can be a marketing genius. It does not matter. If you don't have these 3 things, you will not succeed in a pressure washing business. Number 1 of the golden rules is attitude. More specifically, positive mental attitude. Guys, a lot of crazy things happen when and not just this business, but any business, right? When you decide to become a business person, run your own business, man, so many things are going to happen to you. Your attitude is going to be challenged every single day. I can't even begin to tell you how many different stories, negative stories, because, when you're in the service industry, you're dealing with people, you're dealing with employees that don't show up, employees that do really, 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 really dumb things. You're dealing with Karens out in the field. I mean, there's just so many issues, guys. So the bottom line is, you got to wake up every day and think to yourself, I love that saying, every no brings you closer to a yes. That's the attitude with which I wake up every morning. Like, hey, every negative is going to bring me closer to another positive. So you need to make sure, that's why we talked about running a marathon. Guys, you're in this business to create financial freedom for yourself, right? Financial freedom for your company, right? So you need to make sure that you're not going to become like a negative individual every time you face a little adversity. Like, I've known people that, they started a pressure washing company here in my area, and then a tiny little blip, a tiny little thing happened, and bam, they ended up getting out of the business because their attitude couldn't support the weight of what happened. I love to mention this story. When I did this part-time my first 2 years, as you guys well know. I went full-time my 3rd year. Guys, within like the first few months of me going full-time, my truck blew a transmission. And at the time, that was a big negative because I didn't have money like that. And then so it cost me a lot, but I ended up putting a new transmission in that truck. And guess what? Like 3 months after that, it blew an engine. You know, so it's like, wow. I mean, and there's just so many things that happen like that, where you just scratch your head and go, man, why did that happen? But that's what it is. When you decide that you want to be successful in life and run your own business, things are going to challenge you to make sure that you are steadfast, that you hunger for success, or else the universe itself will just eliminate you out of the way. Number 2 of the 3 golden rules is work ethic. Guys, if you're lazy, guess what? This business is not for you. If you like to play video games all night and do drugs and you're an alcoholic and you drink a lot and you want to show up to people's house whenever you want, this business is simply not going to work for you. If you think it's easy, I know you guys watch videos of mine and other YouTubers and we make it look easy, but we've been doing this for a long time. That's why we make it look so easy. It's not so easy when you have to go out there and do it on your own. Number 3 is something that I talk a lot about, student mentality. Guys, if you don't have that mentality that you know that you are not a finished product, that you're always constantly having to learn things in order to succeed, you're going to do really well in this business. Because if you're like the arrogant person that thinks that like, oh, you know, like I know everything, I'm going to be super successful because, and I've met people like this along my journey, especially since I started my YouTube channel. But, you know, everything in this business, guys, you learn through the process of elimination. And obviously, you guys well know this. This is why I started a YouTube channel, is so I could teach you guys how to avoid the mistakes, all the landmines. I'm one of those landmine sweepers for you guys. So, you know, I stepped on a bunch of landmines so you guys don't have to. Make sure, guys, you watch all of my videos because, guys, I've had a lot of you guys tell me this. Every single one of my videos has a gold nugget of information that is going to help you grow your business. You know, this is one huge advantage that you guys have that guys like me did not have. 12, 13 years ago, there was not all of this information out there like this. You know, everything I learned by doing it the wrong way first. That is not a very good way of learning how to do anything because, guys, you know, when you make mistakes, that costs you time, energy, effort, and money, and I don't want to see you guys go through that. Remember, guys, I eliminated all the no's in order to bring you the yes. And that's all I got for you guys today. I really, really appreciate you coming to the channel and watching this how to grow your pressure washing business video. This is sort of like this episode here was kind of like a little mini series that we're going to do. The next 4 or 5 videos, we're going to be talking a lot about marketing, growing, pricing, things of that nature. And because I want to see you guys solidify. Basically, this is like how to build the foundation of your pressure washing business. So in order to do that, make sure you watch every single one of these episodes and take notes. And the next episode is going to be coming out in the next couple of days. And then I always mention this. Guys, you will find my email in the description of this video. Go ahead and email me. I got tons and tons and tons of great resources for you guys to share with you guys. Free resources. Just email me. I got the pricing guideline that a lot of you guys are using out there. And then the marketing blueprint for new guys. Again, also make sure you watch episode 56 where I break down for you, you know, how to optimize your Google My Business. That's going to help you a lot. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out.